Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am finally doing a video that has been requested for quite some time, how to get a sunless glow. I do not tan anymore. I find that I did enough damage on my skin. I love a tan, I love a glow. So I got really into self-tanning because number one, I find that a real suntan, besides for all the damage that we know it does to our skin, it doesn't even last that long, and the odds of it even being really pretty and even is very slim. So I don't even see that much of the appeal. I'm gonna go through the different steps that I use: prep, apply, makeup, and maintenance. I'm gonna go through all of them. What was I saying? Let's just dive in. I'm gonna show you the things that I use, and a lot of them could be switched out for whatever you like. I'm no makeup artist, I'm not a dermatologist, so definitely feel free to make some tweaks and some changes. This is just what works for me, and I hope you enjoy. From my experience, I find that the best way to ensure a successful at-home self-tan experience, the prep is super important. You want your skin to be very clean and hydrated before you apply the self-tanner, no dead skin, and you want to keep it really hydrated to ensure that it stays on smooth and doesn't, come off patchy. Ugh. So I'm gonna show you the things that I use to prep. The number one thing that you first have to do is make sure that all the dead skin is off of your body. I use natural lemon juice and regular white sugar. This is the consistency it should be. You can obviously buy a scrub, but this works perfectly for me. I use this kind of brush. Pay attention to the elbows, ankles, knees. Make sure that everything is really well exfoliated. If I have time, I will use a cooling and hydrating face mask. I have naturally dry skin, so it's very important that I don't skip out any steps before I self-tan. Body lotion, you can use any one that works for you. Be very generous. I almost have to stand there for a few minutes and wait till it dries. This is a night cream I use. It's my most hydrating one. I don't use this every day, but when I need that extra dose, this is my go-to. These are the self-tanners that I use. I've tried out a ton. I will tell you why I keep these 4 around. This is the one that I use the most often, the Loving Tan. Gitty Burger introduced me to this one. She has a full tutorial on her Instagram page. I recommend you go there and follow the directions accordingly. These are the mitts that I use for this. Do not skip out on the mitts. You don't want your hands being gross. Look, see how mine are not orange? It's because I use the mitts. This is another body one that I have, the Tan Luxe. I like this color drop better. The reason I use the Loving Tan more often is because the formula is a dark brown, so I can see clearly where I am applying it, versus the Wonder Oil, I can't really see. It's more likely that I will be blotchy with this one, but I have the Tan Luxe face one that I use very often. I love the color. I don't find that I streak much on my face. So if I don't need a full tan, like I do when I use the Loving Tan one, I'll use the Tan Luxe. I do recommend, does it have directions? No. I recommend you look on YouTube or, you Google. I'm sure the information will be there. This is the last one that I use, the Sephora spray. I find that I use it often in the summer on my arms and legs, mainly legs. And just a little tip, since it's a spray, it will settle on every single surface of the room that you spray in. So make sure you do it in the bathroom. I do it in my shower so that it's a very easy cleanup. Oh, and then I use Jergens sometimes, which I don't have here, if I just need a gradual maintenance one. A lot of people find that the formula makes them orangey, so definitely test it out before applying it to your whole body. I am no makeup artist. The items that I use work for me. The way I choose what I use for this look is basically I think about how would my face look after a full day at the beach in the sun, and then that's what I pick. So I'll always use my bronzer. This is butter bronzer. You can get it at the drugstore. I like it because I always feel like I do need a little bit of smoothing, but I don't want to use tinted moisturizer or any kind of cover-ups for a look like this. I don't mind it being a little uneven, but this gives a little bit of smoothing. I cannot touch this without giving a little shmush. My favorite blush, NARS Deep Throat, with this kind of brush to give a little burn. My sister said she uses it also over here. I love that. I think it was smart. Basically, wherever you feel like the sun hits you, that's where you put it. Love this. This is, there's no name for it. It's just called a corrector, a multi-usage corrector. I put it under my eyes. I put it a little bit. I mean, you'll see. I'm going to show you how I apply it. I get the lightest version because I want my face to feel very awake, which leads me to my Tarte Fake Awake. I used to use something similar in white in high school. It goes in your waterline to just brighten up your eyes a little bit. I love this one because it's nude, so it's a lot more subtle. So instead of your waterline being red, it's a nude. It opens it up more. The Hollywood Flawless Filter, I also have it in a lighter version, which I'll use in the winter. Just gives that like dewy glow. I just love glow. My friend made fun of me when I told her I was doing this video. She was like, you'll just show them a paint roller and gold, like paint, like pretty much. On that note, this Bobbi Brown, I don't really use it all the time. It's just like, can you see? It's more if I have time to kill, which is never, and I'm adding more stuff. I put it on the inside of my eyes just to, that disco ball effect. What didn't I show you? Ah, my mascara. Mascara I won't ever leave home without. The Too Faced Better Than Sex. L'Oreal makes, I think it's L'Oreal, they make a copy. I tried it because this is kind of expensive. I end up coming back to it because I just feel like I see a difference. Did I do everything? No. My favorite, okay, this is called Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. It claims to like plump your lips long term, which I don't believe, and short term, which is like kind of, the whole point is that it just kills you and it blows up your lips a little bit. The reason I like it is because I want that like red, almost like it was the sun, like a little burn. I'll put this on and then I'll use chapstick for the rest of the day, or I'll continue to apply this, but it's really painful if it's your first time. I feel like I'm used to it already, but I think if it's your first time using any sort of like lip plumper, don't go with the extreme right away. Buxom also makes a good one, a good lip gloss, but it's not as strong. Those are the items that I use. Those are the products. I will list it in the comment section. Now I'm going to show you how I apply it. Okay, so this is how I look with just the self tanner, and then I'm going to show you, it's not super even, which doesn't bother me so much because I usually, first of all, being dark is more important to me than being like perfect and flawless. So I don't care if it's like a drop splotchy. I'd rather always do it than like be stressed and have to do it perfectly each time. Okay, I'm gonna do my makeup now. Last but not least, the items that I use for maintenance. This I put on my legs. It gives a smooth glow. It's just a body oil. You can use any one that you prefer. I like this one. And then of course we have sunscreen, because what is the point of sunless tans if we don't protect our skin? If your skin is not hydrated, it will crack and the self-tan will come off blotchy and really awful. So make sure that when you have your self-tan applied, to keep your skin super hydrated. I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I hope you have a super glowy summer with no sun damage, and see ya. Mwah.